Chapter 10. The Angel's Oath Present. Bloemfontein, 2015. Marnus's body was still torn from the leopard's claws. His chest burned with every breath, the wounds raw as if the beast's spirit still lingered in him. But it wasn't just flesh that ached. It was the weight of knowing 19 more battles remained. His phone lay beside him, Kirsten's photo lighting the cracked screen. Her smile was his anchor. Without it, he knew the lion inside him would have already devoured what was left of his soul. But tonight something greater stirred. The air shifted. The silence broke, and light filled the room. The vision, 4 angels gather. He was no longer in his bed. One moment he lay clutching his chest. The next he was standing barefoot on a mountain top of black stone, the sky ablaze with stars. The wind howled, carrying voices in tongues older than memory. Then he saw them. Gabriel appeared first, wings vast, eyes like fire, a sword strapped across his back. His presence was thunder, unshakable. Marcus followed, quieter, robed in deep blue, his hand resting on a staff that shimmered with light. His gaze carried wisdom and sorrow in equal measure. Appel came next, a warrior clad in golden armor, his hair like flame, his eyes fierce but merciful. His hands burned with power, fists clenched as if always ready for battle. Finally, Michael descended. His wings were white as snow, his face both kind and unyielding. He radiated strength, but not the sharp kind of Gabriel. His was steady, like a rock unmoved by the tide. The 4 stood around him in a circle, their light forcing back the shadows of the mountain. Gabriel's voice rang out, "Marnus Clinsmith, the time of oaths has come." The oath of the angels. Marnus fell to his knees, the stone cold under him. "I can't do this. The leopard nearly killed me. I can't fight 19 more. I'm no saint. I'm no warrior. I've failed too many times." Marcus stepped forward, staff glowing. "You are not chosen because you are perfect, Marnus. You are chosen because you have fallen, and yet you rise again. The curse binds you, but love gives you strength." Appel's voice was fire. "Every beast is born from your wounds, your addictions, your betrayals, your guilt. To defeat them, you must face yourself. But you are not alone. We stand with you." Michael's hand touched his shoulder, warmth spreading through Marnus's trembling body. "And she stands with you, Kirsten. She is the bond that the devil cannot break. No matter how the world twists, she is your shield." Marnus's breath shook. His voice was a whisper. "And the child I killed, will I ever be free of her shadow?" Gabriel's sword flashed with light. "No, freedom is not forgetting. Her blood is written into your story, but through these battles you may find redemption. Through victory, her spirit may rest." The 4 angels raised their hands. Their voices joined in unison, shaking the mountain, echoing across the stars. "We swear by the throne of the Most High, we will walk beside you in battle. We will lift you when you fall. We will guard the bond between lion and love. But hear this, Marnus. Should you forsake love, should you surrender to despair, the lion will consume you, and you will be lost." The mountain split with lightning, the sky thundered, the oath was sealed. Past. Rehab 2006. Marnus remembered another oath, one spoken in a dingy rehab center, the smell of bleach and sweat heavy in the air. He had stood in a circle of broken men, trembling, his heart racing as he swore he would never drink again. Never touch the needle, never drown in the poison that had already stolen so much. But that oath had crumbled. Weeks after leaving rehab, he had stumbled back into the shadows, whiskey burning his throat, cocaine numbing the endless ache. He remembered looking into Carol's eyes as she took Marjorie away, the final betrayal of his own weakness, and now, standing before angels, he wondered, would this oath end the same? Present, the choice. The angels watched him, waiting. Marnus rose slowly, every scar burning, every failure screaming inside him, but in his hand he still held his phone. Kirsten's face glowed faintly on the screen. Rayleigh's little voice echoed in memory, calling him Papa. He looked up, eyes hard with determination. "I accept the oath. I will fight the 20. For her, for my children, for myself. Even if I die, I will not stop." The angel's light blazed. Gabriel's sword lifted skyward. Marcus's staff struck the stone. Appel's fists burned like suns. Michael's wings wrapped around him in a shield of light. The sky split open, pouring fire and rain as their voices thundered. "Then let it be written, the lion's curse shall end in blood and love." The vision shattered. Marnus woke in his bed again, chest still bleeding, phone buzzing beside him. A message from Kirsten. Don't give up. I dreamed of angels tonight. Chapter 11. The Wolf Within. Present. Bloemfontein, 2015. The night was thick with heat, the kind that pressed down like a weight. Marnus sat on the edge of his bed, staring at the empty bottle in his hand. He had sworn never to touch it again. Sworn to Kirsten. Sworn to God. Sworn to himself. But the cravings didn't listen to oaths. The lion inside him growled, restless, pacing. His chest ached, sweat rolled down his neck, every nerve screamed for escape. And then he heard it. The howl. It was faint at first, carried on the night air like the cry of a stray dog, but it grew louder, closer, until it seemed to echo inside his skull. The windows rattled, the shadows twisted, and from the corner of the room the wolf emerged. The beast appears. It was massive, fur black as tar, eyes glowing red, fangs dripping venom. But its face was worse. Its face was his. A twisted version of Marnus's own face stretched across the beast's head, sneering, drunk, eyes glazed with cocaine. Remember me? It growled, voice like gravel in his throat. You fed me for years. You gave me life. You made me strong. Without me, you are nothing. Marnus staggered back, heart racing. The lion inside roared, but the wolf's presence drowned it out. The beast lunged, slamming him against the wall. Pain exploded across his ribs. The wolf whispered in his ear, "Drink, snort, forget. You can't win these battles sober. You can't carry her weight, their weight. One sip, one line, and it all goes quiet again." Past, 2004, Johannesburg. He remembered it clearly. The night Carol had taken Madry and left. He had been high for 3 days straight. His hands shook, his teeth chattered, but still he kept going. Anything to keep from feeling the black pit in his chest. Madry had cried for him, a small, desperate sound. He hadn't gone to her. He had gone to the bottle instead. When the door slammed, when the silence fell, he had laughed. Laughed to hide the breaking inside. Then he had curled on the floor, empty, the wolf licking its lips in the shadows. Present, the struggle. The wolf tore into his arm, teeth ripping flesh. Marnus screamed, falling to the floor. His phone buzzed, a message from Kirsten flashing across the screen. "Stay with me, don't give in." The wolf growled, kicking the phone aside. "She doesn't know the real you. Show her the drunk, the addict, the failure. Let her see, and she will leave too." They all leave. Marnus's blood slicked the floor, his vision blurred. He clawed at the beast's fur, but it was like iron, unyielding. And then he remembered the angels, the oath. Love is your shield. Through the haze of pain, he crawled toward the phone, fingers dragging across the floorboards. The wolf's jaws snapped at his heels, ripping his flesh, but he didn't stop. The phone lit up again. This time it wasn't a message, it was a call. Kirsten's name glowed on the screen. He answered with bloody fingers. "Marnus?" Her voice was soft, trembling. "Are you with me?" The wolf froze, ears twitching. I can't," Marnus gasped. "You can. Listen to me. You are not the man you were. You are the lion, Marnus. And I am here, always. Now fight. The battle." Something surged inside him. Not the lion's roar this time, but his own. He grabbed the wolf by its throat. Its eyes widened. Its fangs snapped, but he held on. With every ounce of will, every memory of Madry, of Tabitha, of Rayleigh calling him Papa across the phone line, of Kirsten's love burning across continents, he squeezed. The wolf thrashed, claws slashing his face, his chest. Blood poured. His arms trembled, but he didn't let go. "I am not your slave anymore," he hissed through clenched teeth. "You don't own me. Not now. Not ever." The wolf howled, body convulsing. Its black fur burned, melting into smoke, its red eyes dimmed. With one last shudder, it exploded into ash, scattering across the floor. The silence returned. Marnus collapsed, chest heaving, arms shaking. His blood soaked the floorboards. On the phone, Kirsten's voice whispered, "You did it. I knew you could." He closed his eyes, tears burning his cheeks. "I almost didn't. But you did," she said firmly, "and that's what matters. One beast less, 19 to go." Past, 2006, rehab again. He remembered walking back into rehab, shame heavy on his shoulders, the stares of the other men, the disappointment in his family's eyes. He had thought he was alone, thought no one would ever truly understand. But now, lying broken on his floor in Bloemfontein, he realized he wasn't alone. Not anymore. Present. Aftermath. The wolf was gone, but his body bore the scars, new ones layered atop the old. The lion inside him was quieter now, purring instead of roaring. He looked at the phone again. Kirsten's voice steadied him. "Sleep, my lion," she said softly. "I'll stay on the line until you do." And for the first time in years, Marnus let himself rest.